it's Michelle from the Scattered Scrapper. Welcome to my channel. Today is Scrap-O-WEEN Day 29. It's Friday and time for an October daily process video. Today I'm going to be doing a little something with these really small pictures and these pumpkins, and I've got some ideas, so let's get started. Since the story that I'm telling today is about our school's little trunk or treat harvest festival, I decided to do something like a pumpkin patch. So I have this piece of paper here with a bunch of pumpkins on it, and I just went ahead and cut a full length across the page, and it's at, well, it was supposed to be, I think, 4¼ inches tall, but it's 4 inches tall. But here I'm going to score it at 5 inches because when I put this into my album, the page protectors are 5 inches wide, and I want to make sure I have enough room for my hole punch. And here I am scoring it at about 2½ inches in. I'm not exactly sure. At this point, I was truly just winging it, and I hit it right on the money, and it was totally by accident. I was so excited. So here I'm just using my hole punch to punch me some holes, and this is where I realized, oh, I must have cut that wrong because it was not as tall as my page protector. But now what I'm going to do is take these tiny little pictures, and I'm going to use this pumpkin die to cut them out in a little bit of a pumpkin shape. And what I'm really looking for is to get the shape of the pumpkin stem, because what these are going to be is the stems of my pumpkins for my pumpkin patch. So here I'm just using my little sidekick. Thankfully this die wasn't too big and I could use my little one instead of my big, I think it's a Big Shot. And I'm just going to cut these out. And then I'm going to trim the bottoms because I'm going to be making a pocket. So I don't need these to be the same shape on the bottom. I need to have a little bit of room so that I can glue them down. So I'm going to use this glitter paper here, this orange glitter paper, to cut my pumpkins. And I'm just going to trim off a piece here so that I can have a strip to run through my little die cut machine here. And then I lost my little piece of washi tape that I was using, so now I'm looking for it. Where'd it go? And it was actually stuck to the bottom of my trimmer. So I found that, and it's really kind of lost its stick. It doesn't really stick anymore, so I need to give me a new little piece. And here I'm just going to run this through, and thankfully these dies cut really well, so it's not a big bother. And then what I'm going to do is trim the stem out, and I'm going to make enough of these for all the pictures that I want to use. And see here, I'm showing you how that fits in there, and it's the pumpkin stem. So here are all my little pumpkins to go into my pumpkin patch, and I'm using my art glitter glue with the very fine tip to just put some glue there on the very edge. And then what I do is I kind of hold it at the bottom and stick my picture in and pinch the sides in just a little bit to kind of make a pocket, to make sure that there's plenty of room for my little picture to slide up and down. I'm not doing a really big pinch. It's really, really small. I think that one kind of gives the illusion that it was a really big opening, but it's really not. It's just enough for my picture to slide into my pumpkin in and out very easily. And there I just did that one, and making sure everything still folds up well. And now I'm going to figure out how I want to decorate the page. And at first I was thinking I would use that little spot for some journaling, but I found these two little jack-o'-lanterns and was like, oh, they're so cute, I have to use them. It's the pumpkin patch, so we need these little pumpkins with their smiley faces in here. And what I'm doing now is looking through some of my die cuts to find something for my little pumpkin guys to sit on. Because I don't like them sitting there just looking like they're going to float away. I don't feel that way with the pumpkins that my pictures are in. Maybe because they're bigger. I'm not really sure, but they don't look like they're floating away to me. They look like they're really sitting there. But these little guys look like they were just going to float right on off my page. So I found this little die cut here that says Pumpkin Hour. And it's definitely the hour of the pumpkin in this particular spread. And I was very fortunate that it pretty much fit right in that little space. There's a little bit hanging off that I need to trim it, I think, but it's not bad. So here I'm just going through the die cuts to see if I can find something to decorate this little flip here. And here's where I'm going to put some journaling. I don't have too much to say because it's just trunk or treating. So it's not like a big long story I need to tell. And I found this jack-o'-lantern die cut that was just perfect for this little flap. And then just a little die cut that it said boo, but I turned it upside down because it's a speech bubble and I didn't really need a speech bubble. So I tucked it up under there, and now I'm looking through the stickers to find some little word stickers to decorate with, and one of them says trunk or treating, so of course I needed to use that one. And then this one that I cut up says, I just came for the candy, which of course all those little kids, you know, they just came for the candy. Each one of our trunks that were decorated had a game that the kids needed to play in order to get a piece of candy. So there was a little bit more to it than just going around and saying trick or treat. They got to play little games and win some prizes, and we had a little cakewalk, and there was popcorn, and there was cotton candy machine, and the kids played kickball, and the kids played three-legged race, and they had a sack race, so it was a lot of fun. And here on this side, I have some larger pictures of my daughter, and she was a helper at the trunk or treat, and she was dressed up like a little deer. And I was thinking about using that leaf die cut to write my journaling on, but I decided I didn't like it, especially with these pumpkins, this chipboard pumpkin here. I really want to stick with the pumpkin theme, so I decided not to use that leaf die cut. And now I'm just looking for something that I can use to write my little bit of journaling on. And I think maybe I can use this tag, but the lines are vertical instead of horizontal. And I mean, it didn't matter, but I didn't really like the tag. So I do find this another speech bubble, but I can tuck it so that you don't really see that it's a speech bubble. And it says party this way, and we were having a party. And this chipboard, I was thinking that it was a sticker, that it had adhesive on the back. But when I went to take off the backing to expose the adhesive, I was just getting, peeling chipboard off. So I decided it must not be a sticker until I needed to move it. So here you can see that backing is stuck to my picture. And look, it is a sticker. Oh, I was so aggravated. So I had to peel all that off as best as I could. But thankfully, even with issues like this, you can just cover them up. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put this down and then figure out where I want it so that it shows what I want it to show in the picture, but also cover up the boo-boo, because I really didn't think that was an adhesive. But I'm like, wait a minute, I've used these before. I know they're adhesive, but oh well. It all works out in the end. So then I get ready to put this Party This Way die cut down. And I'm going to put this little jack-o'-lantern here, and I just love it. It's so cute. And then I'm looking for some more pumpkins. I need more pumpkins and more jack-o'-lanterns. And at first, I put this little puffy on the right-hand side, but I see another little jack-o'-lantern, kind of, it's like an epoxy sticker, or I guess it's kind of like epoxy. I like the shape, and it has little stripes on it. So I like that one a little better because it kind of gives a little bit more variety. And here my journaling just says, Kirsten's dressed as a deer for the Harvest Festival. So nothing real spectacular. And now I'm thinking I need more. And I do want to put a little title. So I decide to use these little clear stickers here. And I just put out across the pumpkin's forehead, Harvest Festival. And then in my journal box, I end up just putting that the Pour Hope Harvest Festival was a huge success. And I think I don't know if I'll do that before or after this video. I think I did it after. So you may not see it in the pictures at the end. And here I'm just filling in a little gap with some candy and another little jack-o'-lantern. And now in my pumpkin patch, I'm going to put all the candies that I can find on this sticker sheet. So I'm going to put this candy corn. And at first I want to tuck it there, but there's not enough room for it there. So I'll find it another home, and I'm being mindful of my folds so I don't have stickers that end up being creased or popping off. And then I'm just sprinkling these candies around, and I think I want to put some little pumpkins on here, some more jack-o'-lanterns, and I even thought about putting faces on all these pumpkins, but since it's glitter paper, I decided I'm not going to do anything. I could cut out some eyes and mouths with black paper and glue them on, or I could get a paint pen and draw them on, but I think I like them just like they are. And then the other thing I'm putting on here are just little stars. They're teeny little stars, and I'm putting them all around just to finish out decorating this page. And I believe, yeah, here's where I'm going to try. There are some larger little pumpkins on this sheet, but they're clear, so I need to trim them out. So I'm going to trim this out, and I'm going to set it down, and I'm not even worrying really about how great and wonderful this trim job is. I just quickly cut it out, and I do like it sitting there, and I would put other ones, but I couldn't really find any that I liked. It just didn't look right to me. So that's going to do it. Here are some close-ups, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, I hope you will like and subscribe. And tomorrow is a flip through of this past week's other pages that I have completed. And I can't believe that it is almost time for Halloween. I think the last little thing I have to put in this album is our party and trick-or-treating. So there's only 2 more things. This has been a very fun project, and I hope y'all have enjoyed it. And I'll see you tomorrow for the flip through. Bye-bye!